Hey there, Truth Seeker. Welcome to our channel and community where we discuss 13-sign astrology. By including the constellation of Ophiuchus in our readings, we restore this ancient art form. Our focus today is the Ring of Fire solar eclipse occurring Sunday, October 15, 2023 at 6:55 a.m. New Zealand Daylight Time, where we are located. For our friends and followers in the United States, this equates to 1:55 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Sunday, October 14. We will spotlight and interpret the stellium in Virgo involving the Sun, Moon, Mercury, Arcturus and Pallas Athena. There's a lot going on with a few moving parts, so let's jump in. Part 1, Introduction. We would like to welcome back those returning, our new subscribers and listeners. We appreciate you. My name is David Keratin. I'm a 13-sign astrologer, EDM DJ, and indigo warrior. Feel free to peruse our playlist linked below. My partner, Sana, and I will both narrate this fascinating reading. To help align with your divine design, we encourage you to acquire a personalized 13-sign natal chart. To do so, click the link in the description. We look forward to hearing from you. Part 2, the Ring of Fire stellium in Virgo. In the Navajo culture, as the moon obscures the sustainer of life, their translation for a solar eclipse is death of the sun. In metaphorical terms, this means the renewal and regenesis of our egoistic nature. What makes this lunation super interesting is the presence of a stellium, which means the convergence of several planetary bodies. For this Ring of Fire eclipse, 5 celestial energies assemble. Each planetary archetype has its own distinctive characteristics, while there is also an overall theme to consider. With the eclipse located in Virgo, the focal points will be our ego attachments and the world of matter. The guardian or patron of Virgo is Mercury, so let's start with his archetypal pattern. He is one of the stellium. Part 3, Overcoming Self-Limitations. In the 13-sign astrology typology, Mercury is the archetype of the intellectual mind, what many refer to as the left brain or the conscious thinking self. Our intellect is a key component of our egoistic nature or personality expressed via the archetype of the sun. It is through our Mercury mind that we process information and evaluate the external environment. The left brain intellect, which has its own consciousness, is sometimes reluctant to entertain esoteric concepts. For this reason, we can become limited in our experience of the multiverse, trapped in routine and repetition, like a rat in a cage. Some would say this is by design, although we will leave that debate for another day. We experience the shadow side of Mercury whenever relentless and incessant thoughts about our material future overwhelm us. In practical terms, the position of Mercury here at the solar eclipse says, humanity, it is time to reframe, to review, and to renew your thinking patterns, because what got you here will not get you there to the next level of conscious evolution. It is time to reset, reboot, and reconfigure your cherished beliefs about work and well-being. Mercury is the domain of ideas, while Virgo is where you master details, planning, and operational efficiency in the material realm.
Thank you, David. Part 4. What's on the other side? We mentioned earlier that a solar eclipse represents a new beginning, while the presence of Mercury in the stellium is a signal to deconstruct our thinking brain. Our thoughts send waves into the field and they heavily influence what we perceive as reality. Assisting with the exploratory process of inner mind mapping is the Arcturian archetype described by the famous psychic Edgar Cayce and the late Dolores Cannon as the gateway to higher realms of consciousness. Many of you have impressions about Arcturians, either through direct experience or via blogs, videos, and books. If that's you, tell us about it in the comment section. David and I love to gaze on this bright star when it appears in the southern skies, absorbing the advanced frequency transmissions emanating from it. Arcturians are highly evolved beings of light, here to help us transition to a new earth, if not in a literal sense, then certainly metaphorically. Any transition will require us to upgrade our mental machinery and to work with energies like the Arcturians as a bridge through the time-space continuum. Part 5. The Strategist. Are you excited? Also in the stellium is the asteroid Pallas Athena, the divine feminine archetype representing wisdom, strategic thinking, justice, and fortitude. Stories of her exalted status abound, with historical references in Greek and Roman mythology. In antiquity, she was known as Minerva. The Parthenon on the Acropolis of Athens is dedicated to her, and she is symbolized by the owl and the olive branch representing conciliation. Pallas was renowned for her skill and knowledge. She was a deep study of philosophy which led to sound judgment. It was very unusual for the Roman hierarchy to elevate women, yet they did, and to this day her reputation as a trusted overseer and patron saint remains intact. Pallas Athena's virtue, when mixed with the rational mind of Mercury and the elevated consciousness of Arcturus, generates a potent combination of smarts and sophistication. Part 6. Summary. As we conclude, let us reflect. A solar eclipse in Virgo is grounded in practical realities like our work and well-being. While many commentators will be speaking of surprises and sudden events, we feel the magic will be in plotting and project planning the next steps in your personal evolutionary journey. You can do this by preparing your mind for renewal. As waves of divine light flood our reality, we will need the wisdom of Pallas Athena and the Arcturian intelligence to be anchored in our awareness. As the moon obscures the sun to create the ring of fire, this will be an intensely personal experience. Metaphorically, this means the submission of the ego and the reconfiguration of the Mercury mind. This transformative process involves the pivot of our egoic nature from self-service to collaboration and connection with others. The solar eclipse, in many traditions, marks the emergence of a fresh outlook on life. Are you ready for expanded awareness? Thank you for listening. We look forward to your comments. To support our work, you can donate or make a small contribution via the Buy Us a Coffee link below. In the meantime, please like, share, and subscribe. You may also join us on Telegram or Facebook at David Carrington. Namaste. This has been a production of Star Kittens Media. All rights are reserved.